Hello YouTube, welcome back to another pickups video. Picked up quite a few stuff here. Most of it has been from eBay or Amazon. Haven't really found much stuff in the wild. To be perfectly honest with you, it just seems to be like most of the prices now seem to be going up. Even at like CEX, I've noticed that some of the prices for the games, they've been hiking them up a little bit, and it's sort of made going out kind of pointless now. At my local cash converters, I'm not even going to bother going in there again because one of the guys that works there is a collector, and I talked to him. He's a nice guy, a friendly chap, but he knows what things are worth, and he just sort of makes going in there trying to find a bargain impossible now. I went in there today. I just got back in actually, and I just sort of went into cash converters, and I saw on display they had a Game Boy Advance SP. So I sort of asked to see it because you know, I wanted to check just to see if it was a 101, the backlit screen one. And as the guy was taking it out of the case for me, he just sort of said to me, he goes, "Oh yeah, mate, you know, it's not a 101, blah de blah de blah." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, he knows." So it was going for like a tenner, so I figured I'd have a look. But yeah, I won't be getting back in there again. Probably had to have a little chat with him because he was a nice guy, and I did sort of spend a few minutes talking to him about retro games. But yeah, it's becoming harder and harder now just to find retro stuff out in the wild. Every now and again I go into my local game shop just to have a look at some of their Game Boy Advance games. They've got a few loose carts sort of in the display case, and I found Mega Man and Bass in there one time for £3, so it's always worth having a look. They had a loose cart of Golden Sun in there, but it was like £7, and I've already got a box copy, so I thought, no, I'll leave that. But other than that, most of the carts are like the usual sort of kiddie game rubbish. But yeah, so I've had to resort pretty much now to eBay and Amazon primarily because, you know, when it comes to eBay, you know, like most of us know, it's very hit and miss. You know, there's a lot of people that overprice for things, but every now and again, you know, you can get good deals, and I'm starting to find now that you know, most of the prices that are out and about in the wild, I tend to go for more than what eBay is charging. And I literally, just before I'm making this video, I just sort of finished watching Woodland 37's pickup video that he did just recently, where he spoke about the same thing, you know, just sort of going into a shop and people don't even know what they're doing, they're just sort of pricing the games at whatever they feel like it. And I'm starting to find that myself, so you know, it looks like I will be resorting to eBay and Amazon a lot more, which is a shame because you know, some YouTubers out there, like Tootie for example, that they do prefer to go out. You know, part of the fun is the hunt, and I don't really get the time to go to car boots, unfortunately, because I work sort of weekends, so I have to I work very late into the night, so the prospect of me being up like early Sunday morning, it's not going to happen. No, not going to happen at all, which is a shame. But even from what I'm hearing, you know, car boots aren't really doing it like they used to. So yeah. Anyway, enough waffling. Let's get on with my pickups. Picked up quite a few games here. A lot of good stuff. Just for various systems. Just bits and pieces here and there, and I think I've done alright. I think the prices wise were pretty good, so you know, let's get started. First thing I've got is for the PSP, and this is a game that I actually saw on one of Metal Jesus Rock's Hidden Gems video. They're worth watching, guys, by the way. Definitely check out Metal Jesus Rock's Hidden Gems. Trust me, guys, I mean, you guys that have been checking out my my PlayStation 2 collection vids, and you're seeing a lot of obscure games and stuff like that, that's because, you know, I always look into research stuff beforehand, and whether it be Metal Jesus Rock's videos or on looking at just sort of lists online, That's how you find these obscure games, you know. And you can get the jump on people, because a lot of times people aren't necessarily looking for these games, so the prices aren't really that extortionate. So you can get some good deals on some really otherwise very in-demand games. But anyway, I bought this game from a seller. It was for a good price actually, because it's brand new. It was sealed. I've since opened it because I wanted to check it out, make sure that everything was good. But it was brand new and sealed. Most of the copies of this game were going for about £30 plus postage, but they were like all foreign sellers. This was the only UK seller that was selling this game, and it was £19.50. And the game is Mamanair Chronicles. This is an RPG, but reason why I wanted to pick this one up is because, for one thing, the combat is real-time combat, and it's a typical RPG. It's sort of like got a top-down sort of view. You wander around sort of like a hub world, like a map. But when it gets into the fighting, and this is why, so when I saw the footage of this game, I had to get it, because when it goes into the battles, it kind of turns into a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up, which I thought looked really cool. So I definitely had to jump on this one, and I haven't had a chance to play it yet. It's got a soundtrack CD included, but it's not in a nice sort of CD case. It's just sort of like in a paper sleeve. But the game is sealed. It was sealed. It was fully sealed. But yeah, so I'm very happy to get this one, because it is quite an obscure game. And at the time that I bought this off the UK seller, he only had like 3, and I sort of just kept like just watching it, and then 2 were already sold, so I actually got the last one. So I'm really happy to finally get this. Moving on, I've got my one and only PS2 pickup, and this is actually one game that I already have in my collection, but I opted to get it again because my one, it was not complete. It was missing a few things, and I managed to snag this one for a really good deal. And the game is King of Fighters Maximum Impact. This is the 3D fighting game of King of Fighters, which I actually quite like, to be perfectly honest with you. I really do. I know a lot of people don't like the 3D ones, but it plays like a 2D fighter. It's just got 3D graphics. But the reason why I bought it again was because it comes in a very nice sleeve. I got it in a very nice. It's almost mint, to be honest with you. But it comes with the game itself. It's a 2-discer. It comes with a DVD as well. But my old copy also was a 2-discer. But it also comes with this little book, which is basically sort of got like the moves list of all the characters. So you know, it was worth getting, and I didn't pay a lot for it either. I actually got it for the guy was selling it for, I think, £6, but he did have like a best offer, so I put in an offer of £2.10. Unfortunately, he accepted. Plus, it was like £2 something postage, so I got it for just under £5. So I'm really happy, because now I have a complete copy, and my other copy will now be up for trade. My other copy, by the way, it's mint. It's just it doesn't have the outer sleeve or the book. Moving on, I picked up this Game Boy Advance game. I saw this on another pickups video by Almu. I can't remember, I think it was some numbers. I can't remember the numbers. I'll put the name in the video. But he recently picked this up, and he got it for a really good price. He got like a box copy of it. I think he got it for like £6, which was a really good deal. My deal wasn't as good, but I'm happy anyway. Mine was, I got mine for £8, and I got it. It's just a loose cart and the manual. But I'm glad to finally pick it up, because I definitely wanted this one, and it is the Capcom Classics Mini Mix. And I've got the manual as well, And the reason why I picked this up, it's a compilation. It's got 3 games, and the games I've really wanted to play them. They are the NES versions. Obviously, you've got the NES version of Strider, which I've always wanted to play, Bionic Commando, and the game that I wanted to get this for was for Mighty Final Fight, which is the NES version of Final Fight basically, and it is a lot of fun. So much fun with this. Really happy because I've just always wanted to play it, and it's surprisingly playable. Mighty Final Fight on the NES is a very playable game. I didn't think it was going to be as good as some of the other Final Fight games. I mean, obviously it's not as good as the standard Final Fight game, but it's really good though. And surprisingly, you can pull off quite a lot of moves in it, despite only having 2 buttons to work with. And yeah, it's a nice game. So I got this for £8. Really recommend it, guys. If you are picking up for the Game Boy Advance, just for the NES Strider and Mighty Final Fight. Okay, next couple of games I've got here are for the DS, and I got some good deals on these games. The first one I got here, and I bought this brand new. It was brand new and sealed, and that is Thundercats. I know there's been a lot of talk about this game, a lot of negative talk about this game, and you know, I did hold off from buying this for a long time. But what swayed me in the end is just because it's Thundercats. I'll probably never get another Thundercats game again. You know, there probably never will be another Thundercats game again. It's a 2D side scroller, and it's not too bad, to be perfectly honest with you. I know a lot of people have been shitting on this game, but I mean, don't get me wrong, it's an average game. I mean, I'm not recommending this to people. I mean, I get it because it's a 2D side scroller, and you know, it just falls into my genre. But to be honest with you, most of the things I don't like about this game could have been easily fixed. For one thing, the button layout is switched, and I don't like it. I think the A button is the jump button, and the B button is the attack button, and I just don't like that layout. I always like it the other way around, and unfortunately there's no option to switch it. It also could have done with a block button, because you get attacked by enemies from all sides, and you just can't help but be hit, and it can get really frustrating. You know, and all it would have solved it could have just easily been remedied had it just had a block button. There is a sort of sliding attack, which does come in handy quite a lot, and it makes the game more bearable. If it wasn't for the fact that it had a sliding attack, this game would be very unfair, and I can definitely see why a lot of people don't like this game. Graphically, it's nothing special. You know, the level design is pretty boring, but it's still a fun game, and it still sort of, you know, adheres to Thundercats. But I obviously don't recommend this game. I bought it brand new and sealed for £10 on eBay, which is a good deal for a new game. You know, like I say, it's not a perfect game, but it's not a complete waste of time either. It's decent. It's okay, but it's a shame because it makes me wonder, had a much better developer worked on this game, it could have been awesome. Like, I can only imagine had Way Forward Studios worked on this game, like they did with Contra 4, Thor, you know, the Batman game. Had they worked on this one, it would have been flipping classic. But it's a shame. But it's all right. It's not too bad. And the next DS game I got here, I bought it off eBay, and I got it for a really good price because this game tends to go for a double of what I paid for it, and it's a really good game, and that is Nano Straight To. This is a horizontal shoot 'em up, and it's a brilliant game, fantastic. I ended up getting this for I think it was about £7. It's fully complete, and most of the copies on this game go for about 15. It was on bid. It was actually on a starting bid of like £5 plus a couple of quid's postage, and no one bid against me, so I ended up winning it. And it's a brilliant shoot 'em up, guys, on the DS. I have the first game as well. The first one is actually a vertical shooter, whereas this is a horizontal shooter, and they're both brilliant, guys. I highly recommend getting them both if you're into shoot 'em ups, for sure. Moving on, actually, couple of items here that they're not games, but they're gaming related items, and I just sort of saw them on eBay for quite a cheap price. It was a very good deal in my opinion, but if I was buying them in bulk, I could probably get them a lot cheaper, but I only wanted to get two, just for 2 games, and they are universal game cases, and I bought them for 2 of my Super Nintendo games because I have 2 games, 2 loose carts that have manuals, and I just sort of wanted to keep the manual and the cart together. So I bought these 2 universal game cases, and they came to $1.99 each plus free postage, which I thought was really good. But then I noticed that the seller, shortly after I made my purchase, he added 75p onto the price. I think the postage is probably what killed him, and realised that it wasn't a good deal. But I managed to get these anyway, and as you can see, I got them for Demon's Crest, because I have the loose cart and the manual, so very happy to add that one there. Make sure to keep them nice and safe, because this was an expensive game. And for Pop and Twinbee Rainbow Bell Adventures, as I've got the loose cart and the manual. So I hope to maybe make covers for these. Yeah, so I'll get around to that probably at some point. But yeah, really happy just to be able to keep them nice and safe in these cases. Next game I've got here, this is a 3DS game. Saw it on Amazon. It was going for a really good price, and I just had to nab it because it was a game that I was planning to get. I'll show you. The game is Shinobi. This is a 2D side-scrolling game, so I had to get this, especially at the price that I bought it for. Brand new and sealed, it was £6. So I thought that was a stonkingly good deal. So I had to pick this one up. I don't even have a 3DS yet. I do plan on picking one up very soon. I just can't afford it right now, but I am going to get one for sure. This is the second 3DS game that I own now. So I'm gonna probably, by the time I get around to getting a 3DS, I'll have a nice little bundle of games to play on it. But for £6, you just can't argue with this. And the next game I've got here, this is for the PlayStation 3. This is a game that I've wanted for a very long time. I've held off from buying this because originally it was just a download only game. So I had to resort to importing this because the game has yet to get a physical release in the UK, and it's just such a fantastic game. And the game is The Walking Dead. This is the Telltale point and click game. You've got 5 chapters in this game, and each chapter is about 2 hours long. I've already played through this. I've completed it already. I mean, literally, when it came through the post, I just jumped on it, played it like every day till I completed it, and it really is a fantastic game, guys. I mean, whether you opt to get it as a physical copy or you download it, I highly recommend you check this out. It is fantastic. Storyline is brilliant. The fact that, you know, things change depending on the decisions that you make. It's just a top game. It cost me 30 quid. Brand new and sealed. 30 quid. But I only paid 20 because I had £10 in my PayPal account. So I paid 20 quid for it. Yeah, I mean, you can get it a lot cheaper if you download it. I think if you download it, it goes for about 15. But I was willing to pay the premium price for a physical disc because my philosophy is if I can get a physical copy, I will opt for the physical copy. But I highly recommend this one, guys, for sure. Whether it's on Xbox as well, so if you got Xbox 360 or PS3, definitely track this down, guys. You must play it in whatever format you prefer, but definitely get it. And finally, this is not a game, but it is a gaming related item. It's something that I don't normally buy. I've never bought any things like any sort of thing like this before. It's a book. It's a strategy guide, and I don't pick up strategy guides. It's just not really my thing. But I do plan to get this game. I don't have the game yet, but it is a game that I plan to get very, very soon. And I initially had the game on pre-order. I had pre-ordered the special edition, and unfortunately it was sort of coming out at a really bad time for me financially, so I had to cancel my pre-order. I kind of regret doing it now because the special edition has sort of become very sought after now, but that's fine with me. I mean, this will do, and on the game itself I'll be happy with. But the strategy guide is Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. This is the hardback edition. It was on pre-order on Amazon. I believe that its initial run had run out, and this is like, I believe, a second run. So I had sort of had it on pre-order while it was out of stock, and I ended up getting this for £16. It's still sealed, and I plan on keeping this sealed until I get the game. It's just that the game itself just looks amazing. It's definitely an RPG that I'm gonna play, put the hours in, try out, and as you know, I'm not really an RPG man, so I definitely want to get the most out of the game. So I'm very happy to finally pick the book up as well. So that's it, guys. Those are my pickups for these last few weeks. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. And thank you very much for watching, guys. And on a separate note, I've noticed that I'm now coming up to almost 200 subscribers, and I have had quite a few people subscribing to me lately. So I do want to thank all the people that have been subscribing to me recently. I do appreciate it a lot, guys. I've tried to you know, leave comments on your channels, and also try to check out your channels as well when I get round to it. But if I haven't left a comment yet, you know, please don't think that I'm just ignoring you or whatever. It's probably I just overlooked it. So you know, sometimes I sort of check it on my phone when I'm out and about, and then I just sort of forget to sort of go back when I'm at home where I actually do most of my commenting. But I do wish to thank everyone that has subscribed to me, and people that have been subscribing to me recently. It really means a lot because you know, it motivates you, of course, to sort of make more videos. And during my time on YouTube, I've really enjoyed it. I've met some great people, some really cool guys, and yeah, so thank you very much, guys. And I will, of course, keep doing these videos as much as people want me to. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will be back soon. I will be posting up another PlayStation 2 collection vid very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. And again, yeah, so thank you very much, guys. Thanks for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And of course, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. So feel free. And I will check back to you guys next time. Bye-bye.